Hi, it's me, Vero. I'm sick. Um, but we're gonna do something with it because I'm bored and I've been in this room for 4 days straight. So, it's video time. I figured that today I would talk about what I've been reading because I've been reading a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna show you them. And then probably some other things too, but who knows, we'll get to that later. First up in the pile is this from the library, James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time. It's a masterpiece. It is beautifully written. It is very sad. It is very short. And you should read it. Do it. Alright, next up is Zatanna in the House of Secrets. I picked this one up because I'm a really big fan of Yoshi Yoshitani, the illustrator. And it's comics, so why would I not want to read it? It is one of the best DC Kids books that I've read so far. I think this one, Unearthed, and the Harley Quinn one, whose name escapes me right now. Those are like the top 3 that I've read. I've heard Whistler is really good too, but I haven't read that one yet. But this one was adorable. The art is incredible. I just really loved it. It was very nice. Next up was this textbook. I checked it out just because I don't know anything about food besides cooking it. I don't know the science of food. So I was reading this to get more of a sense of what food does, what is in it. It's a textbook. It is just a textbook. It's got some really good information, but it is a textbook, and there's probably something better out there that is more readable. But I read it, and it's done. Next up is Sphere, and it was a really good book, even though there's a lot of stuff in it. There's a lot of weird, feminism stuff that has become very outdated. Beth is a great character, but Michael Crichton writes her in a kind of cringy way. Sphere. This is a book. It is a book. It is in fact a book. Sphere is a book about a psychologist and a team that he put together theoretically in case of an alien invasion. He gets called by the U.S. Navy to a site in the Pacific, and he and the team that he created years and years ago end up at the bottom of the ocean trying to figure out what the heck this thing is, and a lot of things happen. If you've seen the movie Abyss, this is what it was based on. It's a really good movie. I should say that the last time I saw it, I was in 7th grade, so maybe it's not a good movie anymore, but I will rewatch it. I really enjoyed reading the book. Michael Crichton sometimes does things that I don't agree with in his writing, especially in his writing with Beth and Harry in here. The way some of the other characters talk about him, it's not great, but he is a good writer, and he is a good writer of thrillers. It kept my attention. I think I read this for 24 hours straight. It was really good. Next book is another kids book. This was Science Comics. Oh, Wales. I really like this science comic line. They do a really good job of presenting a bunch of information. Sometimes I think they present maybe a little bit too much information for a younger reader. This one was good. The illustrations, there's 2 different styles. One style, which I love, is when they go back into the memories of the whales that they're interviewing. And then the normal style for the rest of the book is alright. I feel like I've seen other science comic books do it a little bit better and more detailed. But the information is great. I mean, for someone who's a kid who's just getting into whales, you can't go wrong. And then the last book that I've read so far was Strange Beasts of China. Strange Beasts of China is hard to describe. When I read the reviews, the summaries from people who recommended it, I still feel like I picked up a different book than what they read. It is technically about a cryptobiologist, zoologist, who has left the field and is a writer now in China. They live in a city full of beasts who are these, using the word cryptid, it has a different connotation. You'd think of Loch Ness Monster. The main character isn't looking for cryptids like that. They used to study these mythical beasts, and a lot of these beasts are just like humans. Like there's a different chapter for each different type of beasts, and a lot of the times the description in the beginning will be this type of beast likes XX and X type of food. They have like gills on their necks and a horn on their wrist, but otherwise they're just like normal humans. And then it goes on to tell the rest of the story about the author's interaction with beasts. It's an incredibly sad book. This book is so sad. Oh my god. I would definitely read this when you're in a good state of mind. But it is a beautifully written book, and it's a very bizarre book about the way that we treat each other, which is not at all what I was expecting it to be. But it is a good book that's absolutely worth the read. So if you're in a good headspace, pick this one up.